What's going on today, Internet? Selfish here with Retrospect, and today I'm going to present you a video that's going to be similar to the Nintendo Switch 2 for retro nerds like us. We are going to be talking about the Anbernic RG556, the rumors around it, and why I think we were all wrong about when it's going to come out. Let's take a look. This should be a pretty quick video today because the device isn't out, and the only thing we got to unbox is these rumors about this device. There was recently a leak of the Anbernic RG556, which turned into Anbernic scrambling to put up some demo videos that looked like they were probably filmed in somebody's kitchen. To be fair, almost all the Anbernic videos look like they were done in a kitchen or in a break room somewhere, so it really didn't look any different than most of them. But I'm pretty sure they were forced to put that video out because of the leak, because it was a credible leak and they wanted to try to play catch up to the leaker. So more information wasn't getting out ahead of when they wanted it to. Most of us reviewers thought that this was going to come out by the 1st of February, or at least for pre-order. And my thought was, it's going to be Chinese New Year. If you go to Anbernic's website right now, which there will be a link down on my thingamabob if you want to go check it out. Also, they have their videos on their website that they're showing demos of this. Some you may see in this video as well. They have a big banner up when you go onto their website telling you that they will be closed from the 1st to the 17th for more or less spring break, or as we all know it as the Chinese New Year. So the thought was that they were going to put up these pre-orders before then, and that would make sense. It does say on there that their warehouses outside of China are shipping throughout that time. So it would be possible that they could get these pre-orders up and either hold on to them for 17 days and get 17 days worth of pre-orders and or start shipping them throughout that time. But either way, it made sense that that was what was going to happen because we found out about this a couple of weeks ago. Now we're a little close to that date, and I think I kind of know what's going on. Anbernic is not ready to show this device to the world yet. Yes, they did. They were kind of forced to. Their hand was forced, so they had to show everybody, and they put up a video. Again, just trying to get it as ahead of whatever is coming as possible with this device leaking out there. And one way that you can kind of tell this is if you look at the footage, there is some really terrible like screen tearing in some of them and some choppiness in some of the video, which I don't think any company would intentionally post out there if they weren't scrambling just to get something up in order to change the narrative. So that's just my 2 cents on that. I think we might be a couple months off from this coming out. I mean, it doesn't look like it's optimized yet, but if you don't like Anbernic's Linux system, the good news is this will be running Android. We don't know which Android, but it will be running Android. We'll go over a couple of specs real quick that are in the rumor mill. Hopefully these are true, or it's more powerful than this. Otherwise, they might be running into some issues with the Retroid Pocket 4. Please don't camp me yet. This is apparently running Android with a 5.5 OLED screen. It's a 1920 by 1080, so it would be a 16 by 9 screen that'll be on there with 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a Unisoc T820 at 2700 megahertz. It's an 8-core, 6 nanometer, running a Mali G57 MP4 at 780 megahertz. And it's supposed to have a 5500 milliamp battery, and that's as much as that we've seen so far. Some of this has actually been taken from people blowing up pictures and things that were online, trying to read through the plastic. I don't know, I did a lot of zooming, and I don't know if my eyes just aren't as good as they were when I was a preteen looking at dirty things on the internet, but my zoom skills aren't so good anymore. I can't get all the details, if you know what I'm saying. So here's where I think that this might get a little dicey, and hopefully Anbernic is able to either get some more power out of this chip or they use a different chip completely. But I don't think either of those two things are going to happen. And this is where the controversy comes in, is this is more or less as powerful as a Retroid Pocket 4. Not a 4 Pro, but a 4. And you can see benchmarks for this chip out there, and it really ties up pretty well with the Dimensity 900 chip, which is the Retroid Pocket 4 chip. This chip should be slightly better than a Snapdragon 845 processor. Slightly. Ever so slightly, but your graphics might not be as good. So, I mean, you got some pros and some cons there. One thing that we do know about this chip under testing is it should be able to play up to PS2. Now, we've seen the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro has been struggling with some PS2 games. You know, there's about a third of the library that it's having a really hard time with. I'm assuming that this will also have that problem, if not more. This will probably run into the same struggles the Retroid Pocket 4 does. And this is where I'm hoping that Anbernic actually learns from their past mistakes and they don't overprice this device. I'm assuming this will be their flagship this year, or at least one of them. And in the past, they've outpriced themselves. You saw a lot of Retroid Pocket 3 and 3 Pluses out there, but you didn't see a lot of the 5.5 series Anbernics out there, like the 5.52s and things. That, and they had a few issues when they first came out, but they fixed that over time. A couple other things I noticed here just watching the videos is there is no HDMI out port. So I'm hoping, and I could start this rumor right now, we'll just say it's fact, but I would assume since Anbernic does put HDMI pretty much on all of their handsets, or close to all of them, this probably has a Type-C display port where you're going to be able to do video out through Type-C, which is better anyways. But it's really hard to know until we actually can get our hands on this device. Hopefully we'll have our hands on it sooner than later, and we can kind of go over some of that other stuff with you. Really what I wanted to do was just get on here and have the conversation. I was writing an article about this and I thought, you know what, I want to see what people have to say about it. So let me know everything you think, what you think is going to happen with this device. When do you think this device is going to come out? Who this device is for? If you already have a Retro Pocket 4 Pro, are you going to buy one of these? This is the first time I've ever seen Anbernic put a survey up on their website to ask people how much they think that this should cost and or what features it should have, which also makes me think that it's not ready to come out yet. So that being said, we have an opportunity possibly to affect pricing if everybody's like, meh, 80 bucks. Now, I think it's going to be worth more than 80 bucks, and it looks ergonomically, it looks extremely comfortable. It actually kind of looks like the Powkiddy X55, if you want to be fair about it. Those are just my quick thoughts and the updates on the rumors on the device. Again, down in the comment section, just let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're going to order one, if you're planning on ordering one. A lot of Anbernic fans, I'm one of them. It doesn't really matter what they cost. You're just going to get one. I will have a link down to Anbernic's website down on my thingamabob, and then once the pre-sales go live, I will put that link down there as well. If you follow my community page, I usually am one of the first ones to get these pre-sales up on there. I happen to be typically up in the middle of the night when these things go live, so when the pre-sale goes up, it will be on my community page. Now, I've already just said that I probably won't be even close to first. I'll probably miss it for the first 2 days or something, but, you know, you'll find it somewhere else if I fall through. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share this video with your friends, because I want all the input. I just want to know what people think about this. I'm kind of excited and kind of a little cautious at the same time. So that's my input on it, but really can't wait to see this thing come out. And yeah, just kind of want to see what everybody else has to say. Anyways, that's all I got for today. I'm out. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I just realized that this is the first Anbernic device that isn't that hard to pronounce because they didn't add a whole bunch of letters in a row and or extra letters or a plus symbol at the end of it. Anyways, there should be a subscribe button up here if you want to get some more updates on this and or any other device, and a couple of videos over here that YouTube says that you should watch. And I do what YouTube tells me to do because I rely on them to one day clear my viewing history. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm out.